Hi, it's Jez here from Nigezza.co.uk. Thank you for joining me today. So I've got a little bit of a different project for you today. I got this for my recent birthday, and they are coasters, and in here you can change your picture. So my son came over for the weekend and he went, "Who are they?" And it was like, they're just randoms that you put in to show you put a picture in. He couldn't understand it. He really couldn't. So I thought I would make little collages to go in there, which could be changed over the year. And I was inspired by some tags that I saw in a Facebook group. I've no idea who made them, but I remember thinking, gosh, they're lovely. So that is what I've done. Quite simple. I thought the black and white went well with the big black range. It's not white, is it? It's, you know, vintage. So that's what I'm gonna do. So in making that one, I made a little template to be the same size as that, and the opening is slightly smaller, not much smaller, slightly smaller. So I cut out the center bit and it left a really small margin. I wanted to make a frame, and then I've just put it in a little cello bag so that when I am making my collage, I can see which bit is visible. Just made it easier for the placement of that. You could wing it, but I just decided that I wanted to be a little bit precise. So let's make all four of them at the same time, because that will be easier. Oh, that seems to have moved. So it's held down here on sticky pads, and that one's just moved a tad. That's better. So let's get these three out, and then that will just be a tad quicker for doing. It didn't take very long, and especially when I have die cut things all ready. So I went through, oh, I've made a little pile next to my desk, and they just nearly all went for a burn. So I've got out some die sets. So this is Designer Tags. This is Nature's Harvest, I think. I mean, use whatever dies you've got, but if you've got these ones, you might fancy using the same. These are Harvest dies, all Stampin' Up. This is Quiet Meadow, and this is Ranunculus dies. I didn't use this in the end. So that's the die sets that I've used, and in preparation I have got a load already cut out to use. That one I have used, so I've got them to pick from. And then the words have come from a freebie. Not sure whose freebie this was, but I quite liked these. They were little sayings, so those are the words that I am going to use. And then I've got some vintage encyclopedia. That one's been on my floor and I've run over it a few times on my desk, on my chair, but that's fine. And then this is from my over 100-year-old hymnal, and I chose a sheet that's got music at the bottom and music at the top, so that I can get two out of each, because I love having the things at the front, and the name always escapes me what they're called. So yeah, so first up, gonna get my ruler, not doing any cutting, and as I've done there, so what I'm going to do is just take that margin off, and then that's a nice, well and truly grungy strip for something else, for my scrap box. And then it doesn't actually need to be the whole size of this, because I am going to put music paper over it, but there we go. And then cut that there. And the thing with vintage paper is it does rip really easily. Right, that's going to have a gap on the bottom, but are we going to see it? This is where my template comes in. Only a tad at the bottom. That's going to annoy me, so I don't want that piece. Don't want that piece. So save those. This is easier to do. Then I don't even mind that it's sort of folded over, because it just adds to the grunginess, doesn't it? No, that's not gone very well. There we go. I could have had these cut out earlier, but what's the fun in that? What's the fun in being prepared? Gonna lose a bit there. It's actually okay, because I'll just move it over a tad. It'll be fine. So take that off. Well, I'll just turn it that way, to be fair. And then it's fine. One more. We'll have to go in the middle somewhere, I think. Yeah, we'll take it from there. There we go. There we go. So, I'm going to get this done before I start on Tracy Fox's December dailies. Right, let's take that down a little bit there. This was why it was important to have the template, because I wanted to make sure that all of that was in shot. Oh, if we go there, we'll have enough at the bottom. Yeah. So where does this end? There. So that's that. We're just going to tear now. Random tear to fit on there. Random tear to fit on there. There we go. That's that sorted. And then at the bottom, so we'll come over a tad. It doesn't matter that there's blank at the bottom, because it's where I'm going to stick the words, so that I'm not bothered about. There we go. So another one for there. Put that on that side, so the fold's on that side. Oh, that's interesting. It's got like a little bit of a table there. That's okay. One more. Save those for something else. pair up actually. Take the top off where I want that to be. Yep. So that's ready for that. So those are my four bits there ready. And what I did was I stuck them to this, so there was a little bit of background on it, but we want to ink the edges first. So I undid a sticker sheet. Well, these are the stickers that I have sort of my details on to go on the back of cards and things. And I used the last yesterday, and I thought, oh, that's quite good to have for inking on. So I'm going to use my brush to get up the edge because it's sort of fragile. Vintage paper, so I find that the easiest way to ink and get into those fluffy edges well that I've just ripped. And I don't mind if I get a little crease, because that just adds to the interest. Now I haven't on the other, but I'm going to on this. I'm going to come in, so we've got a little bit of extra gunginess coming in, and it's showing up a little bit of the natural dotting that's happened with the aging of this book. Not going to see the edges, but there we go. So that's that bit done, and then I'm just going to glue them onto these. So just because it's really flimsy paper. When you're over 100 years old, you tend to be a little bit frail, don't you? Well, not that I know, I'm not over 100 years old. Over halfway there though. That's depressing. There we go. So just stick that to the edge, and if it's come over a little bit, I'll trim down afterwards. So that's that. I'll trim down now because I want to stick the music paper on. So just a long pair of scissors. Trim that off. There we go. And then we can stick this on. Just going to get my frame and see how that looks. Yep, that's what I want. No idea what words this encyclopedia has landed on. You could, if you wanted to, sort of hunt through and find specific words. I've done that for one project I was doing. I was just making a frame up with memories. My mother-in-law's husband who passed away, and so I picked names from the dictionary or the encyclopedia that was words that were relevant to him and them. So, but for this, I've just gone random, because you're only going to put your cup of tea or your cup of coffee or your glass of wine or gin and tonic on it, or your beer, water, whatever. So I say it was my first thought when I got this. I thought, oh, this will look nice. Doing that idea, right, I want that down slightly. Would have liked a little bit of extra on the top, but anyway, it is what it is. Could be fine. Yeah, that's fine. Cut that end off. And then the last one. Don't know, do I want that list? Yeah, let's have that list. Then it just looks a little bit different. Trim them down. This is another reason why it's useful to use this as, you know, to stick on. Then you know you've got the right size. And then that will go on the top there. Yeah, perfect. Well, it's not really, is it? I think it's perfect. It's just what I wanted. That's what we'll say. There we go. I was going to just do the one and then it'd be a really, really quick video. But hey ho. So, there they are. And then I've got my die cuts. Dun, dun, dun. So that one I've used. I really like the look of that one. So I've got some, I've done several so that I can choose. I've even brought in these leaves which I cut out of designer series paper. But let's take the tags up and see what I want, so we can try them out. They're quite cool. I thought this leaf would look really good. Right. Although it don't come all the way down. Poke things out of this. So I did more than I needed because I wanted to see what they look like. And then there's this one. Oh, that's a leave-in die, not a cut-out die. Oh well, so we can't use that one. So that narrows it down a bit. So, although that one I quite liked, it's because it's a, why don't I? I'm not sure about that list now. It's there. Put that there. Try that there. It's because there was a gap there. Yeah. Let's get the words, and then we can see. Right. So we've got believe in yourself. Quite like that. We've got use your wings and fly. Not sure. Be fearless. No. Shine brightly. Imagine every possibility. Listen to your heart. Tell your story. Be fearless and embrace life. Be original. Be you. I quite like be original, be you. So I love that. So I'm sort of going for inspirational quotes. I could have just cut that off the bottom there and then I wouldn't have had a big bit, but never mind. Don't want that because it doesn't, because I'm breaking it down into each individual word. That's too many. So 3 or 4 is what I'm going for. So listen to our heart. No. Tell your story. No. I think we're gonna imagine every possibility. There we are. That's what we're going to do. So let's trim this a bit more. So I'm just using my long scissors and going in a straight line. So that was not straight. I'm doing this without a pair of glasses, which are on my head, so I could pull them down. So just cut along there. Cut this one down, and then just going to go in with my ink blending brush to take the whiteness away from the printing. I love these words with the solid background. Just love the look of them. I've got a stamp set that does that with greetings on, and I just really, really like it. So just a quick brush up. Easiest to do it when it's in a row. It's probably easiest to do it if I've done the whole sheet. I actually think that needs a little bit more ink on it. You know when you think you're going to do a really quick video and then it ends up being quite long. But if you speed me up to 1.5, it's a lot quicker, isn't it? There we go. Bin these. Oh, they're just going on the floor. Actually, it just went on that floor. So I think because of the nature of this, I think we could put it like that. Yeah, I'm liking that. And then I think I'll do leave in yourself there. And then we've got Be original, be you. Over here. I think we need to go up a bit. Got to remember that you're not going to see a little bit on the bottom there. There. That's how I like it. So I think I might time-lapse the next bit whilst I glue them down, so I can try and get it under half an hour. So there, they're all finished. So we've got that one, and that one. So I just need to pop them into the coasters. So they just slip down there. That's the one I think I had trouble with, and it's moved, so it's not quite straight. So I might just straighten it up. You can see squiff at the bottom. Squiff, short for ski whiff. I think that's right. There. Cool. That one, that's the original. Got some glare on there, I'll sort that out. And that one. So if I just pop that up slightly, there, you can see it without the glare, because these are glass. So all fingers and thumb. There we are. Still a little bit glare on that one. Let's move them all over a little bit. Fine. Don't get that light now. There they are. That is my birthday coasters. I really like them. So I hope that's given you some ideas. You can buy these plastic things. I got given this in a swap one time, but you know, you could decorate those, make a nice Christmas present as well. So yeah, I'm really pleased with how they turned out. Hope that's given you ideas. Obviously you could use this in a tag or a journaling card as well, this idea. I think it's really quite dramatic, the black against the vintage paper. Anyway, I'll have close-ups over on nigezza.co.uk. I'll link to all the die sets down below if you're interested in them, or just use what you got. You might have punches, you could fussy cut things out if that's what you're into. I'm not. You could use a scan cut. And yeah, just find some nice images that you like. You make them Christmas for Christmas, one for each Sunday of Advent maybe. All right then, bye for now. Thanks for joining me. Don't forget to like and subscribe.